Are there insects in Antarctica? Antarctica is defined by the Antarctic Treaty System as being the land and ice shelves south of 60 DEG. South. It supports very little life. The geographic South Pole sits on a 600 square mi dome of ice called the Antarctic Plateau, and it's practically sterile. All life there is transient. The wind may blow in microbes. Mites just qualify as an insect, I believe, and other parasites may hitch a ride in on a lost penguin or human. Also, sometimes a hardy fruit fly or two, or a tiny snail might make it in hidden deep in the fresh fruits or vegetables flown in as provisions. They don't last long, though anything found alive by any winter over would be cared for like a beloved pet, and admired by the community. From 90 DEG south to 77 DEG or so, where there are permanent seal and penguin colonies, it's the same. That's where the largest community in Antarctica is, the U.S.'s McMurdo Scientific Research Station. There are as many as 1,500 people there in the summer, and there are still no insects. Maybe a case of the crabs once in a while. At this latitude there are also a couple of species of birds like skuas and petrels, so they may have a species of mite or two. There's also a midge that only a beaker, local slang for a scientist, could find. No roaches. No ants. Farther north there are islands. Places where there were whaling stations and such. It's possible. We find new species of plants and animals all the time. But I haven't seen any described. I am not an entomologist. I just lived there for a couple of years. So my answer is technically yes, practically, no. There is one native insect, a flightless midge. Belgica antarctica. There are at least 3 other native bugs, including a springtail, a tick, and a mite. Antarctic bestiary human parasites are also present, including possibly, for as long as ambient conditions are favorable, such things as houseflies, termites and cockroaches if they have accompanied humans or human artifacts. Belgica antarctica, flightless midge, endemic to Antarctica. This insect basically lives underground, as a larva, and spends barely a week or 2 as an adult, looking to mate. As a larva, it lives for about 2 years, living on fungus, lichens etc., before emerging out of the ground in the summer, aiming to reproduce and then die.